Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Flash Speeder from the Phantom Menace line. Now this thing is actually pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at it, let's go ahead and take a look at its packaging. So here it is. As you can see, it's obviously from the Phantom Menace, so it's got this really awesome kind of 90s vibe that I really like. And as you can see on the front, really cool image of the vehicle with some figures that aren't actually included, of course. As you flip over onto the sides, you know, it's got these pictures again, just kind of showing it off. And then once you flip it around onto the back, you can see there is a kind of an image of the toy here with all of its features. And I'll tell you what, they were trying really hard to make this thing exciting. And then they do also have a brief description. And of course, if you'd like to read that, you can go ahead and just pause the video. And then down here in the corner, it just shows off some of the other figures and vehicles that you could purchase around the same time. So pretty standard stuff, you know, if I'm being honest. So let's go ahead and get back to the vehicle itself. So as you can see here, it's not super huge. It is about 10 inches long, about 8.5 wide, and then we'll say it's about 3¼ inches tall. So, you know, overall, it's got some pretty small dimensions, but it is absolutely packed with action features, of course, just like every 90s toy. The first one we'll talk about is this little panel here. You pull down on this little tab here, and you can open it up and then flip it around and reveal some battle damage, which I think is actually a pretty well implemented and cool feature. So I really like that. Of course, on the bottom, it does have a set of clear wheels with actual suspension to make it appear as if it's, you know, kind of hovering along. It does have a rotating steering wheel and then an enormous blaster cannon here on the top with a very anemic firing mechanism. As you can see there, it just sort of plops out. But it does look nice, I think, on the back of the vehicle. It's not too overdone or anything. It looks basically like it did in the movie. And then the final feature is one that's a little strange. If you pull out on this platform, there is a little stand. There's a peg where you can, you know, place your figure on. And then you can actually kind of rotate this. It will rotate the cannon as well. And then once you put it in there, if you wanted to, you could turn this and it would lock the kind of stand from coming out. Very strange feature, but it is effective, and when it's kind of tucked away, you can't even tell that it's there, which I definitely like. So, you know, overall, this is a really basic toy for a vehicle that really wasn't in the movie very much. So why do I like this thing so much? Now, obviously, they did a really nice job of capturing, I think, the style and everything of this vehicle from the movie. So if you wanted it for a display, for like a Naboo display, it definitely works for that. But I think where this thing really shines is in the background of a like Mos Eisley display or something, you know, just sort of an old speeder. You know, it's not too distinct. So if it's in the background, I don't think it's going to stand out too much. And I actually got this thing for $5. And honestly, at that price, you can't pass it up. And that's not an unusual price. These things are a dime a dozen. You can find them, you know, mint in box for like less than 10 bucks all day. So I definitely recommend picking one up if you're into dioramas or you just like cheap Star Wars toys. You know, I think it's definitely serves that purpose. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.